Welcome. I have to admit, I've worked with a lot of missions, and the fact that you guys are here on the minute is really scary. I don't think I want to be on your mission. What are they doing to you people? Anyway, welcome to the new World Center of Aish Torah. Hope you like it. We just opened it about 6 months ago. And basically, this is where we house all our outreach programs. Our intermediate advanced studies, where we train our rabbis and our future Kiruv leaders, is right next door. And it connects 2 floors down. The buildings connect to each other. And all our outreach programs, Jerusalem Fellowships, Hasbara Fellowships, the Essentials Program, the Discovery Seminar, missions like yours, thousands of soldiers groups now, everyone who comes in for short-term introductory programs is all going to be housed in this building. It already is. And it's really become a hive of activity. Basically, there's 2 aspects to the building. One is housing classroom space for all of our groups. And the other is that in the future, phase 2, down below, the bottom 3 floors is going to be the future Explorium of Jewish History, which is basically going to be Israel's very first museum that covers all of Jewish history, from Avraham Avinu until today, very high-tech, very interactive. And the idea will be to invite every single person who comes to the Kotel to come and really understand what it means to be Jewish in 1¼ hours. Of course, step 2 is to come on these missions and to follow up with future learning. So you're now standing in our lobby. And basically, just to point out, you probably noticed the colorful chandelier above you. I'll start with that. Basically, this was done by the glass artist Chihuli. And we asked him, he's not Jewish, but he's a strong Zionist. He spent a year on kibbutz. And we asked him what he could do with the story that is the origin of Aish Torah's name. For those of you not familiar, Aish Torah, meaning the fire of the Torah, came from Rabbi Weinberg, who is the founder of Aish, who passed on about a year ago. And he chose the name Aish Torah from the story of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva was 40 years old, had never studied Torah in his life, and was quite ignorant of anything Jewish. And when he was walking through the forest one day, he noticed water that was dripping onto a rock. And he saw that the drips had actually formed a hole in the rock. And he had an epiphany, and he said, if water, which is so soft, can make a hole in a rock, which is so hard, then surely Torah, which is fire, can make an imprint on my heart. And as a result, he decided to go and study Torah, and he became one of the greatest rabbis of all of our history. Had 24,000 students. And Rabbi Weinberg felt that that was the most appropriate name for Aish Torah because, number 1, no matter how old you are, it's a good time to start. Number 2, every bit of Torah learning, every single mitzvah that we do makes an impression, makes an impact, and changes us. And even though every single drop of water, if you looked, you would say, oh, that didn't do anything. But really it did, because if it didn't, then you'd never have a hole.